Happy Tuesday. So my goal has been to get my blogs completed and my videos up. Blog completed on Monday and up, and then the video to go with it by Tuesday. But that has not been happening in my schedule. So today is Tuesday, and I might wait and put this up tomorrow since I put the blog up today. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is myths about urinary incontinence, because there are so many out there, but I wanted to talk specifically about 5 of them. One of the myths is that urinary incontinence is not very common, and that just isn't true. A lot of us, over the course of our lifetime, a lot of us will have some type of urinary leakage. I talked about in the blog that I put up today, just my experience as a kid, and I hadn't thought about it in a long time. And then when I sat down to write this blog, I just started thinking about my own experience. For example, when I was 7, we were in 4-H when I was little. I grew up in Wyoming, and we were in 4-H, and we had horses and pigs and sheep, and we were at the fair for 4-H. I think it was in where the pigs were, or the sheep. Anyway, we were there late, and we'd been showing our animals, and I could not make it to the bathroom, and I ended up having complete bladder failure when I was 7. I was right there at the toilet, and I couldn't get my pants down fast enough, and there it went. And we lived way out in the country, so we had a 45-minute drive back home. So I had to sit in my wet clothes. My brother had a friend with him who was also riding with us. So just talk about embarrassment. So I was just reflecting on my own experience as I was writing the blog, and it's just super common, and I just want to destigmatize bladder issues and urinary leaks. When women reach the age of 50, 50% of women will have some level of urinary incontinence or bladder leaks, which is really, really common. And that's just talking about women over 50. We're not even talking about our experience as children. So it's very common. We all have a bladder. Most of us do anyway, if we haven't had a tragic event. And we have a pelvic floor, and we're human. So it happens. So that's the first myth that I wanted to tell you and kind of debunk is the myth is that bladder leaks aren't common, when in reality they actually are very common. The second myth that I wanted to talk about is that we only have bladder leaks when we're pregnant or after we've given birth. Again, not true. In fact, athletes, teenage athletes really of any age, either male or female, can have bladder leaks because of the tension they develop in their pelvic floors. If they're a runner or really any type of athleticism, that muscle just can get really restricted, and it doesn't move through its full range of motion. If these are muscle fibers, they're not moving and they get kind of stuck. So that can lead to urinary leaks as well. The third myth is if you have urinary leakage, your only option is to live with it or have surgery. And neither of those are true. It's very treatable, and there are a variety of techniques that can be used, anywhere from pelvic floor therapy, which can strengthen or reduce the tension in those muscles, all the way to higher technology, which I've talked about before, inducing or causing the body to produce collagen in the vaginal canal, which will eliminate urinary leaks as well. So you don't have to have surgery, and you don't have to live with it. Myth number 4, if I really had a problem or if urinary leaks were really a problem, then my doctor would have told me. And physicians are amazing, a wealth of knowledge. We could not live without them or have the society that we do without them. I am forever grateful for their medical care. Through no fault of their own, treatments for urinary incontinence just really aren't taught in medical school, or at least what would be deemed alternative treatments. So, a lot of times they're only aware of medication or surgery to fix these problems. So that is a myth. And then I gave you guys a bonus myth, which is Kegels don't work. I used to say Kegels, and then I went through all of the board certification and stuff, and all the trainings I went to, they were always saying Kegels. So I kind of changed the way that I say it. Which, side note, did you guys know that, here in America we say zebra? Did you really know it's actually zebra? Who knew? Who knew? So then now I'm teaching my kids to say, I have a 1-year-old, and so I'm teaching him what this animal is. It's a zebra. He's going to be the odd man out because he's going to be in his preschool classroom saying zebra. And everybody's going to be like, what is zebra? I digress. Kegels do work, but only if you do them correctly. And most of us, myself included, before I got into this field, most of us are not doing them correctly. We kind of squeeze from the vagina and squeeze as tight as again. And that's you're actually exercising the wrong muscles, the muscles that you don't want to be exercising. So they only work if you do them correctly and often. All right, I hope this helps, and I hope it at least helps some people out there feel better. And I will see you soon. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.